Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday the 9th of December going through until Sunday the 15th of December 2019. I'm coming to you from a very sunny, beautiful Glastonbury in England. This horoscope is for all signs of the zodiac. What I've done is I've had a look at the week every day, and I've had a look at what relationships the planets form with one another. As above, so below. The energy that they create is going to affect all of us down here on planet Earth. So these horoscopes are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches, and it's based on UK time. So be careful with that. For instance, on Thursday, the moon moves into Cancer at 11:24 p.m. UK time. So it may be on another day for you if you're in the States or in Dubai or in Australia. So let's have a look. The main theme that I got was doors opening and closing, like a revolving door, and doors slamming shut and doors suddenly opening up for you. So on Monday the 9th, you start with Mercury, the communication planet, finally going into Sagittarius. Mercury has been in Scorpio for the longest time because it retrograded back into Scorpio, and then it had to work its way all the way through Scorpio again. So for the next 3 weeks, while Mercury is in Sagittarius, you're going to feel much more upbeat, much more enthusiastic. Scorpio is about going within and finding the emotional core and the truth. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the lucky planet. It's about galloping away and finding adventure and excitement and being alive. It's amazing. So you're going to communicate in a much more upbeat way. There's no limit to what you can do. The world is your oyster. You think much more freely, and you have a much bigger sense of what you can do. The sky's the limit. Whereas before it's like, I need to focus on myself. The moon is in Taurus, so very earthy. You feel very comfortable doing practical things, earthy stuff, dealing with money or gardening. It opposes Mars, the planet of masculinity, in Scorpio. So my practicality keeps the feelings at bay. You know, like, the call is coming from inside the house. Like that kind of thing. If your head is causing you problems, then your practicality today, by taking action, keeps negativity and that kind of thinking at bay. So you start the week with a blaze of practical energy here. You start to feel much more upbeat, and you look to the future. Your own feelings and the feelings of other people, they're not going to mean so much to you today, which is great if you're going out of your comfort zone, and if you have to do a public presentation and you're usually frightened. Today you're not going to care. But be careful not to be too open and honest with other people, because today you just don't care. Sometimes we can reveal information that others then use against us. You know, like if you're best friends with someone, there can always be these ugly scenes of one person having an eating disorder, and then when they argue, the friend who has been allowed in and has been told about the eating disorder uses that and throws it in her friend's face as a weapon. It's that kind of thing. Then you turn something that's good and beautiful and you spoil it by being mean. So it's a great day. You're on fire. Focus on your own stuff, but be considerate at the same time. On Tuesday, the 10th of December, we've got the moon going into Gemini, the sign of the communicator. So you're even more positive now. Mercury, the communication planet, is in Sagittarius. It rules Gemini, and the moon is how you feel. The glyph of Gemini is a Roman numeral 2, and it looks like a doorway. You go through that doorway and you can pursue anything you like. Your love, or your desire to be the world's greatest cyclist. Mercury in Sagittarius forms a harmonious trine with Chiron in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's I am, I do, I move forward. So Tuesday potentially holds some danger for you, in the sense that an idea or a goal that you've been pursuing, today, suddenly that door is going to feel like it's been slammed in your face. Suddenly there's some obstacle. So all you can do on Tuesday is work with what you have and do the best you can on your own, physically, in a practical way, to keep the negative thinking at bay. And remember that you're only alone physically. In spiritual truth, you've got your guardian angel right there. You've got your spirit guides, you've got your ancestors, you've got your totem animal. They're all supporting you. So Tuesday is a day to be careful and to knuckle down and to really align yourself with kind of, I would say, Capricorn energy, to be very disciplined and to say, okay, today I'm trying to do something, and this obstacle, I'm not going to explode and freak out and make a huge scene. I'm going to think about how I can get through this legally, for instance, or how I can move the giant rocks that have fallen down the hill and are now blocking the road, and you're responsible for keeping the roads clear. Whatever it is, you'll be able to deal with it in a practical, calm, stoic way. So that's really good for you, again, because your feelings are very placid. On Wednesday, the 11th of December, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is in Capricorn, so if you want love, you've got to work for it. It conjuncts Saturn in Capricorn, and Saturn is the authority figure of the chart. And it says if you want stability, you got to work for it. And they are conjuncting, so they blend their energy together. So love is hard work. Or if you want love, you got to work for it. The reality is we all deserve love. If you don't ever do anything again, you deserve love just by being on this planet. We're human beings. We're designed to love and to be loved. We're not solitary creatures, right? So you all know that. I don't have to go on and on about that. But Mercury is in Sagittarius, allowing you to look ahead and to be optimistic while still being disciplined. And it quincunxes Uranus in Taurus, and that's the chaotic, the miraculous, and the unexpected. So if you take action today, you might find that something happens that you didn't even consider in a positive way. The Gemini moon opposes the sun in Sagittarius because we've got a full moon happening on the next day, on Thursday. So the sun and the moon are almost 180 degrees apart. So Wednesday is an amazing day to find the love of your life and to keep him or her. So it's not work is hard and it's difficult. It's about if I do a little bit of legwork and if I go up to someone and say hello, if I introduce myself, then if I put in that work, which isn't much work, then you have the possibility to find your soulmate, your twin flame. Wednesday the 11th of December as well. I mean, we have an 11th day every month. But 11 is the master number of service. So you can serve yourself today by meeting someone. And if you do find a romantic connection, it'll be love at first sight. It'll be that sense of, I know him, met him before. So this is a one-off good luck day when it comes to love. And you get about 2 or 3 of these days a year. So really, really make the most of Wednesday the 11th. Especially if you're single or if you're in a relationship that's you're not quite happy with the way you're communicating, you can really create some wonderful scenario where the two of you can really talk and get to know each other again. On Thursday, the 12th of December, we have the full moon in Gemini at 13 minutes past 5 in the morning. I'll make a separate video on the full moon to go into more details. But basically, the full moon is when the moon goes, I can relax. And it showers us with its energy. It's showering us with Gemini energy, and I talked about that before. It's optimistic and it's about going through different doorways. So it massively inspires you and it fills you with fire and fun and excitement, which is so needed in the Northern Hemisphere, because we in the Northern Hemisphere here in England anyway, it's very dark and it's very cold and rainy. Today, for instance, we have a beautiful sunny day, but we only have 6 or 7 hours of sunlight. So having a full moon like that gives you this inner sunlight is marvelous, because it really motivates you. The moon moves into Cancer later on that day at 11:24 in the evening, and Chiron, the wounded healer, that goes direct. It's been in retrograde, it now appears to move forward again. So on Thursday, because of the full moon, you're going to feel hugely optimistic and empowered. You've got that inner fire going. You no longer beat yourself up about your feelings, your temperament, the anxiety or depression that you have. What you need to deal with now on Thursday, the 12th of December, are external factors that are trying to block you instead of the internal factors. Remember, this is like one of the days before Tuesday, where all you can do is work, and if the doors slam in your face, you can't really do much about that. But here on Thursday, you're continuing to push and to get those doors open. And because of the full moon, you have so much energy that you'll be able to get those doors opened back up, and you'll be able to move through them. So don't kill yourself working hard and trying to make it happen on Tuesday and saying, if it doesn't go through now, it will never go through. Give yourself a chance and say, it doesn't have to be on Tuesday, even though it feels very urgent. I can do this. Not today. I could put it off for 2 days and do it on Thursday. And whatever is blocking you in your life, if it's another person, or if it's really you've reached the ceiling when it comes to your career, or you have got an ill family member, and there's nothing you can do about that. In one of those areas, you keep pushing, and you get a eureka moment, and you're able to move through that door and do something about it. So change the relationship, or find a new doctor or a new job. So really, if you're not making progress on Thursday, something's gone wrong, okay? Because you're so full of energy. So if you don't know if you don't have any goals, if you don't know what you're supposed to do, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading. I can look at your life purpose and vocational aptitudes by looking at your chart, because on Thursday you really need to set a goal. If you don't have a goal, you're not going to move forward. You're just going to be in limbo. On Friday the 13th of December, we have Mars in Scorpio. Oh, and I'm not even going to bother with the superstition of Friday the 13th. The Friday the 13th I've experienced have all been very underwhelming in the sense of bad luck. Touch wood, so I am a little bit superstitious, but really, if anything, 13 is 1 and 3 is 4. It represents stability, if anything. So Mars is in Scorpio, and Mars does not like being in Scorpio. Some of you guys think that he loves being in Scorpio, because in traditional astrology, Mars and Scorpio are buddies. But Mars is the masculine principle of building and creating, and Scorpio is about going down and inwards into the feeling side of things. So Mars is like Freud, you know? Mars in Scorpio is like Freud. It's forcibly, and not in a kind way, looking at the deepest, darkest hidden secrets within you or other people, and it trines Neptune in Pisces. So you have this desire to find out the truth, and you have this amazing water planet of intuition and imagination on your side. So you're incredibly in tune today. The moon is in Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. Cancer is one of the most maternal, nurturing, and loving signs that there are. The moon is how you feel. So you feel incredibly nurturing. You feel so tuned in. And then you have this aggressive desire to capture something, to capture a feeling, or to understand what's going on there behind the scenes, or I'm going to make him love me. Venus is in Capricorn, so still, if I want to be loved, I need to work at it. That's one of the faulty beliefs that is very much a reality in this week. That represents a closed door, because you need to remember that doorway is always open to you. You deserve all good things because you're a human being. You deserve love. And that Venus planet conjunct, so it sits right on top of Pluto, which is the planet of transformation and change, in Capricorn as well. So if you want to transform your life, you've got to work at it. So it's all very you. The responsibility lies with you. It's always, isn't it? If we want to do something, we always have to do it ourselves. And it's true, because we have to manifest our reality. So on Friday, the 13th, there's the possibility that you go a little bit too far in terms of living out your best fantasy life. So you may be completely blissed out and you spend the day with this new partner, the new boyfriend or girlfriend that you've got, and that's absolutely fine. You can do that and just exist in your love bubble. But if you're not with someone and you're not in a relationship and you're on your own, you will try and put these fantasies into practice, because you're very, very practical all week. That's the one thing that you can rely on, where you're very consistent, is your practicality. If you take action today on Friday on your hopes and dreams and desires, they're going to be anticlimactic and not what you expected. So your hopes and dreams are going to be disappointed. So it's like going on a hot air balloon ride, for example. And you imagine that with your partner and you're drinking champagne and eating strawberries and it's all and it's fabulous, and you see that in your mind's eye, because today Mars is in Scorpio and Neptune is in Pisces, and they work together filling you with fantasies. So you say, oh, that looks really fun. So you sign up and go for the hot air balloon ride, but the reality is that you're sitting there alone. You're on this hot air balloon, you're looking at the scenery, and you're like, this is boring. No one's kissing me, no one's telling me they love me. Boring. So Friday, don't expect all of your fantasies and hopes and dreams to come true. If anything, write them down so that you can work towards those in a serious way and to make them long-term goals. Which is amazing, because earlier I spoke about a day where you may not have goals and you need to speak to someone like me. So Friday the 13th is all about finding your own personal goals so that you don't have to speak to people like me, astrologers, intuitive psychics, tarot readers, because you're able to figure it out yourself. So on Friday, I wouldn't go out and do and create and make all these new things happen. I would work with what I've got, and I would be really thrilled with that and try and make the most of it. On Saturday, the 14th of December, the moon is still in Cancer, the sign that it rules. So on Saturday, you're also incredibly intuitive, empathetic, nurturing, feeling, considerate. And that opposes, so it's 180 degrees away from Saturn, the planet of security, Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, and Venus, the planet of love and beauty, all in Capricorn. So on Saturday, your gut tells you to work on love, to continue to work on love, and to find who or what it is that you love. It's all about love here this week. You're looking for something outside of yourself. You're searching for someone to take care of, especially here on Saturday. That's where this looking and working for love energy culminates on Saturday. So please turn that energy around, and instead of trying to find that person out there who's going to be perfect for you and who is going to make your life just a dream, turn that energy, that seeking, around and go within. Mars is in Scorpio, remember, use him to your advantage and take care of yourself today. Love yourself today. There can be no love if there is no self-love. I think I mentioned this in a reading recently, but I listened to an old Björk album from the 90s, and in the song Isabel, she says, "In a heart full of dust lives a creature called lust." And it's true, because if you don't have love in your heart, you can't love other people. If you can't love yourself, how are you going to love someone else? If it's just dust and criticism and meanness, what have you got to give? Nothing. But today, you've got a lot to give. You've got the moon in Cancer. It fills you with loving energy. So look at it a different way. The person who receives your love today is so lucky. And if you give that energy to yourself, you're probably not going to say, "Oh, I'm so fabulous. I'm giving myself my own energy today and I'm just the best." I mean, we don't do that. But you're able to take the day for yourself. Maybe you go to a spa, maybe you treat yourself, maybe you get your hair done, maybe you go to a talk show or sit in the audience and clap or show. Do something that nurtures your soul and nourishes you spiritually. Finally, on the 15th of December, it's amazing how quickly Christmas is coming, isn't it? It's racing past me, all of these things. The moon finally moves into Leo at 3:57 in the morning on Sunday, the 15th. Jupiter, the lucky planet, is in Capricorn. It forms a harmonious trine with Uranus, the miraculous and the unexpected, in Taurus as well. So both in earth signs. So good luck and the unexpected in a practical sense. So this is good luck, and it won't happen again, this conjunction between, not a conjunction, this trine and relationship between Jupiter and Uranus isn't going to happen again until 2028. So Wednesday is a one-off good luck day that you only get once or twice or 3 times a year at the most. And Sunday is an amazing day where the energy completely flips, and this roller coaster of love that you've been on for the whole week, the universe on Sunday makes you an offer. It says, which one of your hopes and dreams do you want to have realized? What desire do you want to make a reality? You'll see it, you'll pick it, you can go out and enjoy it. And this day is the exact opposite of Friday. So on Friday, you thought the hot air balloon ride was going to be wonderful, but in reality, you got on the ride and it was boring. When you do that on Sunday and you take care of yourself and you have this amazing idea, if you go out and enjoy it, you're not going to experience an anticlimax. You're going to experience a climax, a great sense of, hurrah, I've done it. This is nurturing me spiritually. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a wonderful time, and I'm just able to go and enjoy. So that's what I get for you this week, from Monday the 9th to Sunday the 15th of December. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you would like a personal reading with me, then get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. And on the front page, just click on the button to order your reading with me. Like I said, in my personal readings, I use the astrology, tarot, numerology, and my intuition to answer any questions you may have. So working talents, life mission, where you've been in past lifetimes, what your aptitudes are, what's kind of written on your forehead, and what's kind of destined for you, so that you're destined to be in a long-term marriage, or that you're destined to be extremely wealthy, or what you can do about that destiny, what you can do to change your life for the better. If you have any questions, or if you don't have a direction at the moment to go in, you feel like you're at a crossroads, it's like, what direction do I take? That's where Friday is useful, to really get that answer from within yourself and go within. If you struggle to do that, then get in touch with me and we can look at the chart and your cards and everything and give you a really clear answer and give you really concrete practical guidance. I'm a quadruple earth sign. I have my rising in Taurus, my sun in Virgo, my moon in Capricorn, and my midheaven in Capricorn. So everything about me is about how you can take ideas and actually use them practically. All this woo-woo, blah, blah, blah stuff doesn't do it for me. If I have something, I want to be able to use it, right? So that's why I make these weekly horoscopes. You know what the energy is like. You can consider what I've said. You don't have to believe everything I say. You just consider what I'm saying here, and you consider it. You test it against your own experience, your own antenna of the day, what it feels like. And maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, but then at least you've got something to go on and you can avoid the curve, you know? Dodge the attacks and swerve instead of crashing. It's just a helpful guide. It's like a weather report of the astrological energy coming up. Have a fabulous week. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and share the video online. And I will speak to you tomorrow for the daily tarot readings, next week for next week's horoscope, and check out the monthlies for each sign of the zodiac. And also I've done the horoscopes for the entire year of 2020, and I also go into 2021 up until I think March, April, May 2021. So have a look at that for your sun sign first and then for your rising sign if you want more information. So have a wonderful week. Check out the info on my channel. There are loads of videos. Have a look. There's a lot to watch. Have a great week and I'll speak to you soon.